Hey everyone, I just want to start off by saying we are so blessed. We are so blessed to be here in this time where everything is transforming, everything is transitioning. The shift is here. This is the shift. This is the event that has been prophesied. We are in it. And in the past couple of days, I've been getting some news that is contractive, that feels like contraction. And my reaction is to go into emotional overwhelm. I'm very emotional and I feel very deeply, and so my reactivity goes into emotional overwhelm. And I'm just observing this and saying, okay, how can I move into more expansion instead of going into contraction and constriction? Because that's the other reactive part of me. I have that inkling to go into constriction because the news doesn't feel good. And so what I'd like to do with you is breathe. To breathe, because that is where our expansion is. So if you haven't heard me talk about the breath before, you can't see me doing it, but I put my hand on my belly and I bring the breath down deep into my body. And I allow the breath to be centered from there. And then as I breathe, I let it come up into my heart, up into my brain, bringing my breath into my nervous system. And as I breathe, it's with the intention to expand. And so that no matter what's happening around us, we have a place built into our bodies that's completely free to use where we can expand. Thank you. So as you breathe, do it with the intention of expansion and bring your breath into your solar plexus, bring your breath into your digestive system, bring your breath into your brain. My practitioner just taught me this breath where you breathe into your left side of your brain, you move it over to your right side of your brain, and then you breathe into the right side of your brain, you move it over into your left side of your brain. You just keep doing that, and then you bring the breath into the center of your brain, and you can feel the right and left hemispheres of your brain harmonizing, synchronizing, and bringing balance. Because the brain dictates what the body is going to do. And so when you're balanced in your brain, you're balanced in your body. And so I've been practicing that breath, and it's been liberating and amazing and expansive. Now, another thing you can do to bring expansion in times of constriction is to celebrate. I started out this video saying we are so blessed to be here. And so to celebrate whatever you can find right now in your life to celebrate. I just recently walked to Natural Grocers. That's our store here in Sedona where I get a lot of my food. And it's 90 degrees. It's hot, starting to get humid because hopefully the monsoons are coming. And, you know, I could be complaining. I could drive my car. I could. But I wanted to get a little movement. And so I was celebrating that despite everything that's going on, I have a level of health where I can walk. I can walk to the grocery store. I can walk back with a heavy backpack on my back. These are reasons to celebrate. And earlier I was, crying and in my emotional upheaval and emotional flow. And then I'm, walking and celebrating that I can walk. And so we have this capacity as humans to flip things in our mind. We have very strong minds, and we can flip the script. So I can be an emotional upheaval, or I can celebrate that I have the level of health that provides me the ability to walk back and forth from the grocery store. Well, I'm going to choose celebration, and I'm not going to ignore my emotions. If you've listened to my stuff before, you know that I teach allow your emotions to flow, and there's a difference between emotional flow and emotional wallowing. And I can kind of veer into that emotional wallowing space. And so I catch myself now and I say, Okay, great. We cried it out. That's awesome. Good job, Susie. Now it's time to get on with life. And so celebrating, breathing, celebrating, these are ways to move into expansion. Find things to be grateful for. Gratitude is massively expansive. I find that when I am grateful for the things that I want to have happen or that I want to see or want to manifest, that they happen more efficiently. Go figure. I think we were taught that with the law of attraction stuff, right? On my walk to the grocery store and back today, I just said a little prayer like, God, send me an angel, send me someone that will understand what I'm going through. And I don't even remember if I was grateful for it or not, but in that prayer, there was inherent gratitude, I'm sure. And on my way back from the grocery store, I saw this woman sitting on a bench, and I thought I recognized her, and I had to turn around. I had to turn around and go say hello, and I did, and she just started telling me these beautiful things about myself, how courageous I am, and I see what you're doing, and you're very brave, and thank you for speaking your voice, and thank you for sharing your vulnerable parts of yourself, and like just all these beautiful things she said to me, and I'm just standing there crying, taking it all in, and feeling so grateful that that simple little prayer was answered. She is my angel today. She made a difference in my life. And really, that's what I want to do for you. Right now I have some health things going on, so I'm flying under the radar a little bit. It's been a while since I've done a live. You know, it's really time for me to take care of myself, which is funny because I always thought that when this happened, what we're experiencing now, I knew it was coming. I didn't know when, but I knew it was coming. And I always thought, I'm going to be the strong one. I'm going to be able to rise up and help people. And so the irony for me is now's not the time for me to do that. Now's the time for me to really dig in and take care of myself. But I will heal, and I will come back even stronger than before. I can promise you that. Anyway, gratitude. I was just feeling so grateful that this woman showed up for me in the way that she did, and I want to do that for you. So I'm going to continue to show up with vulnerability when it feels right, and that is another way to be in expansion, being vulnerable. What I'm seeing right now on Facebook and even in real life with friends and people is that the way people are showing up is from the ego, because the ego is resistant to change. Unless you have a strongly integrated ego, the ego is resistant to change. And what is being called for right now is adaptability, flexibility, change. And so those who are having a hard time with that are showing up in a stance of, this is what's happening, I'm right, you must do what I say, you must follow what I believe, and that's causing more separation and more division. And so when we can show up with flexibility and acceptance and non-judgment, that's going to allow expansion in our personal lives and in all around in our communities. The way that I am showing up on Facebook right now is I am attempting to show up with the Divine Mother energy, because I am not interested in, I believe this, you believe that, we can't be friends anymore. I'm not interested in that division. The Divine Mother doesn't do division. The Divine Mother does unity. She accepts all, she loves all, and that's how I'm trying to show up in real life and on Facebook, with that expansive quality of accepting and loving all and not judging anyone or anything. Now, am I perfect? Of course not. We all know. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. None of us are perfect. However, we can practice this right now. If you're a man, you can still embody the Divine Mother energy. You can embody the Divine Father energy. That is needed right now, and that is an expansive way to be on this planet. So I invite you into that. Just feel into that. maybe you have a memory of being held by a woman that really loved and nourished you. Maybe it was your mother, maybe it was someone else. And what does it feel like to have that memory come back into your body of just being loved and supported and accepted no matter what? And then bring that into your interactions with other people. What would it be like to love and accept everyone, no matter what they believe right now? What would it be like to etherically wrap your arms around them? Maybe they believe something totally different than you do. Maybe they're even calling you names, or accusing you of things, or judging you of things, or not understanding what you're about. Maybe they're doing all of these things to you, and you still wrap your arms around them in love. How does that feel? To me, that feels like the best way to move forward in expansion in these times of contraction, because the divide and conquer agenda is real, and we only have to look around and see that that's happening right now, and that it is weakening us as communities. So if we can come together, even if we believe different things, we are stronger together. We're stronger together. And that's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see more togetherness, more interactions, more conversations about coming together, about unity. And yet we can talk about it till we're blue in the face, but to put it into practice is a whole other level. So, how would it feel to move into expansion? Much love, you guys. Thanks for being with me today. I appreciate you. Mwah.